At midnight, St. Tammany Parish gets a new coroner. Over the past few weeks, he's sunk deeper and deeper into controversy, and tonight, even before he takes office, more leaders are calling for him to step down. Good evening and thanks so much for watching. I'm Whitney Miller. If you've been following this saga, you know we're talking about Dr. Christopher Tape. He won this position after running unopposed. Then a David Hammer investigation revealed Tape was charged with the sexual assault of a 7-year-old girl back in 2002. Now, as he's set to become the parish's first new coroner in 10 years, Alyssa Curtis reports on the call to remove him from office.
At least 10 state lawmakers believe Dr. Christopher Tape is unfit to become St. Tammany's new coroner. As Tape takes office, his past sexual misconduct allegations unveiled by a David Hammer investigation and Tape's plan to dissolve a critical sexual assault exam program, SANE, are raising concerns. A letter penned Sunday by the legislature's North Shore delegation says Tape's decision to cut SANE sends a chilling message that sexual assault survivors' experiences are not valid, nor is their pursuit of justice and healing a priority. While Tape was indicted on 6 counts of child sexual assault, he was never convicted. Instead, the charges were thrown out on a technicality. Tape told WWL Louisiana he was falsely accused.
Because it's a false accusation.
Well, the record that
It's not molestation.
State Representative Jay Galley understands Tape was never convicted, but says the allegations and odd behavior is still enough for him to have concerns.
Dr. Tape, is really striking out in a couple of areas here. One, he's bringing to the table this questionable history, and then it serves a little bit of chutzpah to come in and then drop the very program that he would be over, which goes back to and highlights perhaps some of his own issues. And maybe this is his way of trying to separate the two.
State lawmakers aren't the only ones who are worried. In fact, lawmakers at almost every level have called for Tape to resign, like Slidell Councilmember at Large Bill Borchert.
The vulnerable people in our community need the most protection, and to do away with that option there at the coroner's office seemed to be, more than one step backwards.
Newly elected St. Tammany District Attorney Colin Sims would have to work closely with Tape. After his win, he told WWL Louisiana ending the SANE program could interfere with the collection of evidence.
he's uninformed, and that is a mistake. That is an important program. You do not end programs that are impactful and effective. That is an effective program, and he should not do that. And I hope to have, I'm not going to say anything else about it, I hope to be able to have a conversation with him as two professionals.
Outgoing coroner Dr. Chuck Preston says he's frustrated in who his successor is.
I think that Dr. Tape has a narrow view of the job, and this is based on what he said in public. What he said in public is the only job of the coroner is death investigation. For the last 10 years, the message I've been pushing out is we are so much more than death investigation. We have huge mental health responsibilities.
Galley and Borchert say they'll both support a recall, but recalls are notoriously hard to accomplish in Louisiana. So legislators are trying to find a different way as a backup.
And we're going to do what we can to fix this situation.
Alyssa Curtis, WWL, Louisiana.
And tonight, the St. Tammany Parish president also sent us a statement. It said in part that a formal recall petition is expected to be started and circulated. He added he believes most, if not all, elected officials will support the efforts to recall the new coroner. He said he would like to see a new election called to open up the seat for qualified candidates.